we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Miami Dolphins.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Garoppolo. And that one to the right side and incomplete. The intended receiver that time was Josh Jacobs. And now it's third down. You talk about this Miami defense.
They find themselves just a couple of spots outside the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
21. Garoppolo on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, you can't help but have flashbacks to the fourth quarter of Super Bowl 54. Emmanuel Sanders overthrown, and that was a similar tough throw there. Another one he'd love to have back, but another one he'd take a shot at, too.
Here we go. Second and 10.
One, Omaha.
Garoppolo again. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a third and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 27. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And it's complete to Adams. Touchdown! Davante Adams. His second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last two games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it. for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
And this drive will begin with a run from A-Chain. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Right back to A-Chain on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. The Dolphins at 1-8 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
A-Chain on 1st and 10. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
He dumps it off to A-Chain.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
You look at this Raiders defense.
They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Levis on 3rd down. Working in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37. Levis back to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo.
And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. 3rd and 2. Now Garoppolo. That's caught by Hollister. Touchdown Raiders. Jacob Hollister. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14. Dolphins, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now.
He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 64 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that 21, one. 21.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Out of the gun, here's a give to A-Chain. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Raiders 14, Dolphins 7.
Right back to A-Chain on 2nd down. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And if his coaches are correct, we're going to see a lot more runs like that from this young rookie going forward.
And you know, slapping each other on the back up in the booths right now? The scouting department, because they really recommended this guy highly, and he's justifying their faith in him.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Play action now. Levis
Steps away to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
back to throw. It's Levis. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run here with A-Chain.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And Levis going to change the play.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. Sanders' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
This is 2nd and 8.
11. 13.
Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield.
And this is...
Oh, this nigga dropped!
He looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Carlson now to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Next to score, Raiders 21, Dolphins 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-17. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And Jacobs is going to have a Raiders first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. On first down, Garoppolo. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Raiders are able to stretch out their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting.
Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Levis to throw off play action. And going deep for Hill. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, the first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Now a 2nd and 10. Levis throwing again on 2nd down. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. What a run that was. 88 yards on the punt return. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Miami. 57 yards.
I'll tell you what, he's got 2 touchdowns on the ledger already, and that very well could have been a 3rd. They have had absolutely no answer for him defensively, and he's just run free.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Robert Spillane. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 15.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Pushes him over. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
21.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Looking deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown Raiders. Jacoby Myers on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Raiders would extend their lead here just before halftime. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
24.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Let's go.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
One final shot before the half. Here's Levis.
And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series that helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Again, it's A-Chain. We'll get this up to about the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A second down throw from Levis. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Here's second and 10.
To throw is Garoppolo.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, they intercept Garoppolo for the third time. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Nate Hobbs there to bring him down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Right back to A-Chain on second down.
Powering his way forward, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
114 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
On second down, a run by A-Chain.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Off the play fake, Levis.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down.
Gets through, and now an opening. And he'll be out of bounds is right at the 40. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great...
And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
It's a big play there for Vegas. 54 yards.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown.
Trey Palmer
From 6 yards away.
and the Raiders are able to widen their advantage.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers it.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
31.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now Levis.
And going deep for Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Raiders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
I got you.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here's A.J. Cole now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Watch out for Hill on the return. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 45-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
That's another Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Levis. Over the middle, it's complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Devon A-Chain. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. A-Chain is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
1, Omaha. 12, fellas, here we go. 21, here we go. Stay high.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Go ahead.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Intercepted. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Okay, ready?
A-Chain gets it from the gun.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
That thing blown up by the defensive effort of Chandler Jones.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
This offense so far on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Levis on 3rd down.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the...
And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Desperation time now. Here's Levis.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. A run on 1st down with Jacobs as he'll get this forward for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
13, 13. Set high.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
37-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
21, 21. Set high.
Garoppolo to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Back to throw, Garoppolo. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth.
21.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Garoppolo looking to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Levis. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keeps the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Garoppolo. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people.
Here we go.
But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
11.
Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. Open man, it's Mayer in the end zone for the Raiders touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Carlson on for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Dolphins 38.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Meanwhile, Levis's throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
One final try here for Will Levis.
One last shot at the end zone.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Las Vegas,
the win is a good one for morale, but little else as they move to 3-8. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for